Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Talking with F, where we talk about bullshit and anything else that we want to talk about. Anything else. So, recently, I was listening to some mumble rap, let's just put it that way. Now, that shit makes no sense to me. I doubt it makes sense to anybody. Mumble rap. But it can be catchy as fuck. Like, if you really listen to it, like, there's a reason why all these mumble rappers get on the charts, like, get in the top 50, even get on the top 10, even have some number one singles. It's because their tunes are quite catchy and they have to have a good beat as well. Like, it's about the rhythm as well, but you cannot understand fuck all that they are saying. Like, legitly, like, I actually want to know someone who can actually understand what they're saying. They're literally like, and then you just put a catchy tune, a catchy beat behind that, and that's it. You got yourself a song. You got yourself a top 10 hit, and it's fair play to them, to be honest. Like, they made a living from that. They go all around the world. They make money off that by doing shows on top of that, and just off some mumble rapping bullshit. Does anyone remember 30? Why are you coming fast? You hit my head. Remember 30, the Turkish Don? And they recorded him. Well, they recorded him getting his head hit by that cyclist. He made a song, sold a couple thousand singles off that song. He got a clothing deal with Boohoo as well. I believe it was Boohoo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which was called, he had like his own slogan called 30, why are you coming fast? And he made a couple of thousand, and now look at him, he's chipped. Do you hear about that 30, that Turkish Don anymore? He made his money, and he just did one. I'm thinking he probably made like $500,000 off all these, like, he was making all these club appearances, and they were paying him mad money just to come into a club and sing his little song that he had, and just chip and just do one, or just just sit at a table. It like make people come, like, if you're going out a night out and you knew 30, like, this guy was going to be at a club, you'd be like, fuck it, I want to go there, I want to take a picture with him, I want to see what he's doing. So these, fair play to him, to be honest. Like, these guys, they've made a lot of money off basically becoming a meme, and that's mad. It's mad that the internet has that kind of power. We have all this kind of we have all this cancel culture, where people dig up tweets of celebrities, what they said 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago when they were really young, and they try to cancel them and spread a lot of hate about them online. But that's one aspect of the internet. You gotta look at the positives as well, like all the memes we get, all the people that have actually made money off doing dumb shit. Like, like, they've, like, another one is that what's her name, Bad Barbie. you know Now, she came on Dr. Phil when she was like 14, 15, and she had that famous slogan as well. Fucking hell, I can't even remember it. What was that slogan of hers? Anyway, she had like a little slogan, and that popped off. First, people made fun of it. No, it was, how about that? It was like, what she would say is, "Cash me outside. How about that?" And people would make memes out of it. And then she started making T-shirts and selling them, and she made a lot of money. And then she started rapping, and now look at her, she's like a multi-millionaire. And she's only like 17 or 18. She's still really, really young. But based off that one bullshit incident that she had, and that clip that went viral on Dr. Phil, she's made a lot of money. Like, she's even charting with some of her songs, and fair play to him, to be honest. And that's the positives, what we got to look at from the internet. Like, you got your cancel culture, but you also got your making up culture. That's what I'd like to say, making up culture, where the internet makes up people's careers. They go from zero to fucking literally millionaires over a few years, just because of a meme or something funny they said, or a certain funny act they did. They just pop off like that. But that's the power of the internet. You gotta love it, to be honest. You gotta love it. And another thing that's some good news is, there's an easing of lockdown on the 4th of July. Now, Boris Johnson came out and he had his press conference, which he has in regards to coronavirus. And he was like, from the 4th of July, that's it. There's going to be, the lockdown's going to get eased down. There's going to be a few restrictions that are going to get lifted up. And, people are going to start be able to do more stuff that they wanted to do. This is in the UK, by the way. I don't know about the rest of the world. In the rest of the world, some countries are still in lockdown. Some have eased up. Some are completely out of lockdown. But in the UK, so he gave like a list of what would be able to open fully from the 4th of July. So from the 4th of July, he was like, you can have hairdressers open, pubs open, restaurants open, shops open, cinemas open, museums open, galleries open. So that's the list of places that you can have open. And the places you cannot have open is gyms, spas, swimming pools, nail salons, bowling alleys and nightclubs. And so when this news came out, like it was like a 50-50 reaction. Like 50% of the people were really happy that there was going to be ease of lockdown, and a certain number of places were going to open up again, and they could enjoy, it could bring back some kind of normality to their life. And some people were pissed off because of the things that won't be opening, like gyms and nightclubs and all these spas and nail salons. Like they were like, what the fuck? They were like, if you can open up a hairdresser, you can open up a cinema, why the fuck can't you open up a gym? And there was a lot of backlash on the back of that. And I don't get it myself as well. Like I understand that with the places that they're opening up, there's gonna be some kind of restrictions. Like they're gonna have to have people separated, by 2 meters or 1 meter, whatever it is, and they're gonna have to put certain things in place to make sure there's not that much interaction between people, and therefore there's not that much of a risk of coronavirus getting spread around again. But if you're opening up in a cinema, if you're allowing people to go in one big ass room where 200-300 people can sit down and stay in that same room for 2 to 3 hours watching a movie, why the fuck can't you open up a gym where people go down, do a quick workout, and then just go home after like an hour or 2 hours? Like I don't get that. Like why have they decided to still close a few places? I know they did come out with something. They were like, it's a risk to the public if gyms open, and there's going to be sharing of equipment, this and that. But at the end of the day, the government said you can have hairdressers open. That's an example. Now the guy who's cutting your hair, he's not going to change the machine for every single person. All he's going to do is, once he's cut your hair, and you know how people go to barbers. Like I'm talking from like a man's point of side. Like when I go, I don't just get a haircut. I get my beard trimmed. I get it lined up. I get all that freshness looking fresh and all that, looking ready. And they don't change all the blades and all the machines that they trim up your beard with. All they do is they just give it a little wipe and come on to the next customer, and that gets shared and shared and shared between hundreds of customers. Now, couldn't they do that same thing to the gym? Like, have a policy in place that when you're using equipment, once you're done with it, here's a spray, antibacterial spray, or antiviral spray, correctly, and here's a cloth, wipe it down once you're done with it and put it back on the rack. They could easily implement that. So I don't know why they decided to do some things and decided to open some places and not decided to open others. But let's see what happens. I'm glad though, because although there's some places that I would have preferred to have opened, like you probably know, the gym, because I've turned into a fat bastard staying at home all the time and eating all these fucking, eating chocolates and sweets and shit, has a badass effect on your body, and on top of that, you're not getting as much exercise as I would like to. I'm glad that they're opening up something, and society's it's gonna get normalized a little bit as well, because right now, even though you can go out for unlimited exercise and go shopping, this and that, to food places, it's still kind of dead. Like all the shops are closed. There's nothing you can really do, no places you can really go if you want to go out for like a nice time. So it's a good thing that they have decided to open up a few things. But on the back of that as well, like it's been a good week in the UK. Like the sun's been out, been loving the weather, you know, been getting the trunks out, going into the swimming pool, and getting the sunglasses out, just chilling, having some nice cold drinks. Obviously on my own, because I can't really do it with anyone else because of all this corona bullshit. But one thing that really makes me laugh is when there's like a heat wave, or when there's like a hot day in the UK, everyone fucking goes crazy. Like social distancing goes out the window. Like no one gives a fuck. Like these past and this week, so from Monday all the way till even today, Friday, the 26th of June, it's been a hot day. Like the sun's been out, it's been nice and hot, and everyone's been going to the park, to the beach, you know, every single place. Even though places are closed, like shops and everything, they still be going outdoor, they still be mingling with other people. They just don't give a fuck. It's like when a hot day comes, like your senses just go out the window. Like you're like, fuck it, I just want to enjoy the sun. Like they took a picture of the beach. Who was it again? It was BBC News, and they were like, it was a beach in the UK. I'm forgetting what beach it was, but it was fucking packed out. Because even normally, certain places wouldn't get as busy as they are right now. Main reason being is because, you know, before this corona, when summer would come, a lot of people decide to go on a holiday. So they go to Turkey, or they go to Istanbul, or they go to Dubai, wherever, you know, they go on a nice holiday, chill on the beach, and then come back like 2 weeks later. But because of this whole lockdown, the flights have been closed and holiday destinations have been put to a stop right now. So a lot of people can't go on holidays. So when it's a nice sunny day, everyone's like, fuck it, I just want to go to my local beach or my local park and just chill there, have a nice little barbecue, you know, link up with a few mates. But fucking, it's proper mad that as well. There was like a Brixton party in Brixton, that's in London. It was like a block party, so they were having like a barbecue and, you know, just chilling and all that shit. And then like these videos start circulating online by the police getting run out by, you know, people from the party. And the like news reports came out, there were like 25 police officers were injured, and police cars were smashed in, this and that. And there's actually videos of people like jumping on cars and fucking them up as well. So that's proper mad as well, you know. Like they were proper fucking going crazy. Like the police just came in there probably to break it up, and then man were like, nah, fuck it, we've had enough, we want to chill, get out the ends. And they literally just chased them out. Like they just told them all to fuck off, and the police were running away. They didn't give two fucks. They just chase the police out. Because at the end of the day, one thing you gotta think of, there's not as much police as there is the public, you know. So like if there's one officer, for example, like for every one officer, there's gotta be like 30 or 40 people opposing that. So like example wise, like so like they had that Brixton party, I guarantee you they probably sent like 20-30 officers down there, police officers down there, but at the party there would have been like 400 or 500 people, so they all got chased out. They couldn't do fuck all. Proper mad that as well. Proper mad. And another thing as well is, like in the UK we have like a big shopping centre called Trafford Centre. It's called Into Trafford Shopping Centre. Now there's been reports that shopping centre is going to get closed down. Due to, you know, administration, due to bankruptcy, they aren't making enough money. It's like a really popular place as well, so it's kind of mad that, you know, such a big ass shopping centre is come to an end. Like people don't really shop online, shop in places anymore. They don't physically go to a place to buy clothes. Like a lot of people nowadays, they decide to buy all their shit online. So, you know, Trafford Centre, they came out with a report that they were saying that, you know, they potentially might be closing their Trafford Centre down, which if you're from the UK, like a lot of people would know about it. It's a really popular destination if you want to go there to chill, look at some clothes. They've even got some nice food places that you can eat. It's a pretty chilled out place as well. It's even got its own indoor cinemas, laser quest. It's mini golf, everything. It's got quite a few things that you can do there as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's times are changing. Like, a lot of people shop online, and that's now. Give it another 15 years, it's gonna be like everyone's gonna be shopping online, getting all the shit delivered to their doorstep. They're not gonna want to step out and do anything themselves. Like me personally, I don't mind shopping online, but there's a few things that I don't like getting from online shopping, and I don't know if anybody else has the same issue. Like, when I go online shopping, I'll get jeans and I'll get trainers, like, shoes, whatever, because I know the exact size. So I wear size 10. I know that when I get a trainer offline or a shoe, it's going to come in size 10. The only thing that fucks me up is t-shirts and jumpers and tops and jackets, because they're always labeled as small, medium, large, extra large, extra large. Like, and that's the thing, like, some certain brands large fits me perfectly fine, and then other brands large is basically either too small or too big. And then there's always the fact that if you order something and it's not the right fit, you send a form, you send it back and you say you wanna exchange it for a bigger size, and then sometimes they come back to you with, oh, they don't have that size, and they're going to return your money, and the whole process takes like about 3-4 weeks. So on the back of that, anytime I want to buy anything like a top or a t-shirt, I always go, like, physically, I'll go to a shop and get shit. Plus, sometimes, like, it's always nice to get up, get out of the house, look around the shop, physically be there rather than just looking on everything online. Because certain things look good online, but when they come to you in person, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? This is not what I wanted. This is exactly not what I wanted. But hopefully, I do hope that these big ass shopping centres that they have, like they have Westfield in London, they have Trafford Centre, they have Meadowhall, they have White Rose Centre. I do hope like these centres do stick around for a little bit longer, because I do like going to them. I do like going to the different shops. And yeah, that should be good. And I'd also like to say congratulations to Liverpool on winning the Premier League. After 30 damn years, they finally took it. Jurgen Klopp did it for the Liverpool man then. Once again, congratulations for Liverpool winning Premier League after such a long ass time. They've got a few more matches to play in the Premier League, which I think they'll probably put the B side on, just to let them get some experience. But nevertheless, they've done it, man. They've done it. And I'm not even a Liverpool fan, but I've got to take my hats off to them and congratulate them. Thank you guys for listening. See you next week. Bye.